I liked that we had these flashbacks. I
liked
that we were
too.
back in these moments. I mean, we can talk about this, but I love that we get a little bit of Lawyer Matt back.
Yeah,
which
sure.
I've been clamoring that this season is missing that.
Yep, I agree.
But I think it felt a little aimless. Is that a fair word to say?
Yes, but I also liked it.
I do too. That's the hard thing. I'm torn.
Like I liked this episode. All right, Grant.
All right, Drew.
What is your analogy that is going to blow the socks off the audience?
If you guys haven't been tuning into our Daredevil Born Again review series, I've been doing some analogies as of recent, which you can catch our last 2 episodes up here. But, I've been trying to think episode to episode, what's a good thing that can represent the watching experience? And I thought of one for episode 5. This is 5 of season.
Yes.
Of season 2 of Daredevil, which is sort of season 5 of Daredevil.
Right.
Anyway, this episode, I was sitting watching it. You ever play a board game?
I have.
Like a strategy board game, though. Think like maybe Catan or like Ticket to Ride or something.
Yep.
And there's the person playing. And in this analogy, the person playing is the show. And he's not really great at the game, right? But then the last move he did was pretty good. Like, you look at the move and you're like, wow, okay, this person's actually playing the game a little bit. And then this move that happens, it's not the move that you would think he would do. It's maybe not even the best move he could play, but it's a very high quality move. Like if you're playing Ticket to Ride, he lays a train track that you think, that's strange, I didn't see that coming. But that actually sets it sets up a really good end of his game. And that's where I'm at with this episode.
I don't hate this analogy. We've strayed from the musical theme, though.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's
okay.
No music is in this analogy. We're in board game land right now.
That's okay.
Yeah. He sets up a train track that could connect some other things that you're like, wow.
You're like, that was a good play from you.
Yeah.
But also, no one saw it coming.
Or like, it wasn't maybe again the best move. Like maybe there's a more obvious move that you're like, that would have made more sense. But I like this move. So yeah, that's my analogy.
Is that where you are in this episode?
Yeah, if you're asking, like, what did I think of this episode, which I want to hear your thoughts on it. This episode, I think, was contemplative and very good. I enjoyed this episode.
I also enjoyed this episode.
I think there's some conversation about what was the point of this episode.
Yeah.
That can be had. But I liked this episode, and I liked the character moments, and we'll dive into it and dive into spoilers, even though you've probably seen the episode if you're watching this.
You've probably watched it.
Yeah, but what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I did. It felt slower.
Very slow. Yes.
The past 4 episodes, which I thought was good. I liked the return of Foggy, obviously.
I guess that's kind of a spoiler for this episode.
It is kind of a spoiler.
Okay, if you
not really.
Not really. If you haven't seen this episode,
it's a bunch of flashbacks.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it. So,
I liked the return of Foggy. I liked. Kind of like we go back to our roots a little bit.
Yes.
The point of the episode is a discussion that needs to be had because from one perspective it's like we got some character development on characters we care about, but also there's 3 seasons of character development that have already happened that we've already seen. So I don't know. I don't really know where I land on like, was this episode necessary?
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay, well, why don't we start with the flashbacks? Because I feel like that's a decent starting point. That's not going to be super divisive, but I don't know. How'd you feel about them? How'd you feel about the aspect ratio kind of coming back?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it feels a little corny.
Really?
Well, I don't know. It just feels like and maybe I think it's just literally because it's from Disney.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I see it. Like, you're trying hard, Disney, and it's cute. But like, if an indie filmmaker did it, I'd be like, that's sick. I love it. So it's like,
yeah,
that which isn't fair.
It's not fair.
So you know what? I'm gonna nix the corny statement. I like it.
I think for me, if it was made by any other studio, I wouldn't get hung up on it, and I'm not hung up on it.
No, I'm just bitter.
When I watched it, I was like, this feels right. And then we went back to the Disney aspect ratio, and I was like, I don't like this
You're
now.
like, here we are, yeah.
It was almost Like it was a nice return to form a little bit and a cool little callback, and then I missed it as soon as it was gone. I was like, dang it. I really wish this was full screen, but nah. Oh well.
Oh well.
But yeah, I mean, do you think that the flashbacks added a ton, or I don't know, like
I mean, I think we don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
Not that they're necessarily going to go anywhere, but I mean, it just kind of felt like, for me, like a way to keep Foggy in the show, because he's so dear,
essential,
which is valid, and
yes.
I was happy to see him. Like I enjoyed this episode. All the Fisk stuff and Wesley stuff kind of felt weird. I guess you introduce like a backstory for Buck, kind of, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that whole, I don't know, like it was strange.
Yeah, you ever seen Psych? You've seen. I know. I'm asking more of the audience. I know you've seen every episode. I have seen
every episode of Psych.
In Psych, if you haven't seen it, it's just like it's a comedy show. It's awesome.
I know exactly where you're going with this, and this is a great This is a great comparison.
In Psych, you open every episode with a flashback, like basically every episode of Sean, who's the main character, as a kid interacting with his dad, and there's always kind of like a moral of the story or a lesson that he learns that plays out throughout the episode. And now that's obviously a little corny, but that's how those episodes are structured. I was watching this, and I was kind of reminded of Psych, not because it was the same thing, but because I left these flashbacks thinking, like, not entirely sure how these tie into moments. There were some moments, like with Vanessa and those flashbacks, that make sense, but
yeah, like the Fisk walking down memory lane in the moment of her on her deathbed
makes complete sense. There were some of the ones with Matt and Foggy that I was like, I kind of understand a little bit how this is tying into the show, but it doesn't feel super essential.
Yeah, but like Bullseye just kind of said Foggy's name, and then it sparked the memories, which, like, I guess is fine, but
again, like, I liked that we had these flashbacks. I liked that we were back in these moments. I mean, we can talk about this, but I love that we get a little bit of Lawyer Matt back.
Yeah,
which I've been clamoring that this season is missing that.
Yep, I agree.
But I think it felt a little aimless. Is that a fair word to say?
Yes, but I also liked it.
I do too. That's the hard thing. I'm torn.
Like, I liked this episode.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying.
I overall, this is a positive.
This is a good episode of television,
and those are my qualms.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know. I feel like it worked, but I still have some question marks.
I do have some question marks. Like, I'm trying to think. The guy at the end survived, right? When he was running away and the bug busted. So like,
it kind of feels too like there was a little bit of a ... there that we
like
just
maybe he comes back and like ties into the next 3 episodes.
Sure, and then also. Well, this is total sidetrack. Is Jessica Jones supposed to be in the season?
Yeah, I literally was thinking that.
I'm like, I thought maybe I just got the wrong impression. I thought she'd be in the season more.
I thought she'd be in the whole season, but
she currently hasn't showed up yet.
I mean, in the last one with Punisher, he was only there for like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like maybe they just are going to have
doing the same thing
a cameo of Jessica Jones and then Luke Cage next season, because like apparently Luke Cage and Iron Fist are in the next season,
which I think is a cool way that they're kind of bringing back these people, even if it's a little
if my key is gone,
a little cheesy. I don't know.
Well, I think I like it, but also it feels very formulaic and cameo-y.
It also feels like they took the long way around to bring these characters back in.
I know.
I don't know if you I don't know what a better way would be to do it. I guess
think we just reboot Defenders.
I mean, at this point, that's kind of what it feels like they're doing, like, a little bit.
Don't have in episode 7 and 8 of every season, we're going to chuck a random character in here. Like, let's have Daredevil be his own thing, but then make a bigger story with all these other people.
It's as if they did that once.
Yeah,
it's funny how all roads lead back to what Netflix did.
It's as if
or what happened on Netflix, I guess. It wasn't technically Netflix doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about this episode. Well, actually, let's talk about Vanessa before we talk about if this episode is pointless or not. Which I think these kind of tie together a little bit. So Vanessa almost dies last episode.
She does.
And you kind of think, oh, she might be dead.
Yeah.
And then now she's in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I thought, okay, they're probably gonna like not kill her.
I was screaming at my phone at 11 o'clock.
Last
I'm like,
episode-
Disney, you better kill Vanessa off.
And I had this feeling that they still might, and ultimately they do. Shocker. But last episode you said they better kill off Vanessa or
Yeah, I
else
did.
I'm gonna riot.
Yeah.
What was your experience watching this? I guess you kind of said you were, wanting to throw something at your TV, but
I mean, like, when they showed her on the hospital bed, I'm like, frick. Like, there, it's just gonna be... Fist sits by the bed the whole episode. She's gonna wake up and, like, say something wholesome.
Yeah.
And then roll credits. And I'm gonna be mad.
which we were kind of on track for like 90%
For
of the episode.
93... Like, she woke up and started saying stuff. I'm like, frick. She's like, can I have pineapple juice? Yeah, but then she just kind of, like... I don't know
Dies.
what the medical thing is, but she just dies.
Yeah, which I kind of, once she asked for pineapple juice and Fisk was like, you don't like pineapple
You're
juice.
allergic, yeah.
I was like, oh.
Something is off.
Something's off here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's kind of when I got clued in, like, oh, she's probably going to die.
And I thought that she had... Because she said, tell me the story of how we met, but then she asked it again, so I'm like, maybe she, like... has dementia or something.
I did think that
and I'm like,
this
was interesting.
It could have been really interesting. And I don't know. Now I'm kind of torn. Should they have gone that route, or is this route better? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on where they go. But either way, I think I would have been fine. As like, the bottom line for me is like, we have to have consequences for
something.
the big events in
Literally anything.
story,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
So when Fisk sets up this trap to kill Bullseye, and then Bullseye busts in, starts shooting people, and Vanessa takes a stray.
Yeah.
Vanessa has to face a consequence, and therefore Fisk has to face a consequence.
And that's what happens.
And that's what happens.
So, applaud the writers for
I
doing their
agree.
job.
I agree.
This episode felt like good writing overall.
Yeah,
and I
I
think
agree.
that's where I land on this. So I guess the follow-up question to this conversation is, like, at the end of last episode, Vanessa was almost dead / dying /
Right.
her life was in danger.
Yep.
If we had picked up with this episode of a funeral scene,
Yep.
I don't think anybody would have thought twice, been like, oh, Vanessa died.
Vanessa died, right.
Whatever. Instead, this episode it kind of pushes pause on the whole season and is very contemplative.
Yep.
And honestly, kind of nothing happens in a general sense of
Yeah,
like,
Daredevil and Bullseye walk down a hallway and Fisk sits in a chair.
yeah,
That's
kind of.
what's
That's
happening
kind of
in
what
this
happens.
episode.
I guess I forget their names, but the social media dude, the communications guy.
Oh, yeah, this was interesting.
We need to talk about this, but
Yeah.
like he is kind of maybe going to get killed.
Yeah, or he's going to have to chop up a body.
Oh yeah. I read that very wrong, and I'm sorry. And that makes a lot more sense now.
Well, because they open the trunk and there's someone in there.
I know. I picked up on that now. I kind of thought that was a threat of like, you're about to be one of these dudes.
Well,
too.
maybe. Like, I think
No,
it still very well
I think
could
you're
be.
right. I read this wrong. That's on me. But I was thinking more focused. I also was half asleep when I watched part of this episode, so maybe that was in that stretch. No, okay. So, but not a ton happens there.
Yeah,
where, like you
it's
feel
true.
like that could have been tossed into another episode and it wouldn't have added a ton of runtime. But I guess my question is this episode pointless? Because we now end this episode with Vanessa is dead.
Right.
And we'll probably pick up next episode with, well, we might not with the funeral, but like if we did, that would make sense.
I think
So I don't know.
there are positives here. I think Fisk's character, at least within the context of Born Again, got a lot of character development this episode.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I think we understood, like, more his connection with Vanessa and why she's important.
Yes.
As opposed to just, like, saying it, we got to see it.
And I feel like when we have fallout over the next three episodes,
Yeah.
there's going to be a little bit more of, I understand Fisk emotionally
Right.
going into that. Because there's going to be fallout, whatever. So,
Bro's about to snap.
big time. Big time.
It's true. I think when it comes to, like, Matt and the whole Foggy thing, it's like, I think I'm glad it exists. I don't know if it brings anything to the story, but I'm still going to say it's a positive just because I enjoyed it.
Do you feel like, I feel like we got some emotional fallout in season 1 from Foggy's death. Do you feel like we tied up all the loose ends there, or do you like that we're revisiting it and he's kind of like, don't bring up his name and everything now?
I do kind of like we're revisiting it just because he was such a prominent player.
And I also feel like season 1 was a little just rocky in general, so I'm
agree.
okay with coming back to this, circling back a little bit. It feels
Here's
like.
a wild analogy. Spoilers for the first 2 James Bond movies. So skip like
I know
a minute.
that. Wait, you're fresh on these, right?
Yeah, relatively.
Yeah.
So my key fell out of my pocket. That's the lens cap. We're losing everything.
I'm
right
getting
now.
you new pants for your next birthday.
But Quantum of Solace, I can't remember the girl's name, but James Bond loses
Quantum of
his.
Solace is the most forgettable movie of
No,
all.
but hold on.
Okay.
Hold
all right,
please.
fine.
The redeeming factor of Quantum of Solace is that it carries on the emotional arc and the impact of
Casino Royale.
Vespa's death.
Oh,
I don't
Vespa.
know. Is that her name? If that's her name,
That sounds right.
that's so impressive.
I haven't seen Quantum of Solace since 2022. So.
So this felt similar of like, I'm glad that Foggy still has impact because they were so close, and like, I mean, like if one of our best friends died, like I feel like it would have an impact of more than 6 months.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I definitely agree. I think I like that we circled back a little bit, and again, it's good to see Foggy back. I mean, like,
and also
you miss him.
Dex killed him.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's like,
it feels fitting. I agree. Like, overall, I think that's a net positive.
Yeah,
even
I
though
agree.
it feels a little bit like, what's the full point here?
Yep.
Maybe just to bring us back emotionally. I think this is kind of like a checkup.
Yeah.
For everybody emotionally.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not
okay.
Karen, but at least
Karen Loki was
Karen
punching a punching bag, and that
I don't know
it.
what else she's done besides punch punching bags this season, and wear wigs. But I think having a check in on Fisk and Matt is kind of good.
Yeah, I agree.
And sets up maybe a good last 3 episodes, which word on the street is they're very good.
Word on the streets are very good. Where are you now on your opinion of this season as a whole?
I'm more positive than last episode.
Okay.
Even last episode was not bad, but this one I felt a little bit like there's no plot armor.
Yeah.
Like we're kind of out on plot armor right now. Vanessa died. Like somebody died. And then, it's in tune with the character moments a little bit.
Yep, I agree.
I don't care if the first half of the season is rocky. It's kind of like how you finish.
If it lands, you're on board.
Yeah.
Okay. You've heard it here first.
And I've been off board on
Yeah,
this show
Grant has not been on board
for the entirety of the season.
It's true.
Well, let's see. Is there anything else we want to talk about? I guess I had one more question.
Okay.
The flashbacks.
Yeah.
It sounds like we overall liked them, right? Net
I
positive.
do think I like them, yes.
Should they be a recurring thing? Or is this kind of a one-off thing? Like, do you think we should flash back to old cases with Matt and Foggy, and is that a good structure for this show? Like, does that work? I don't think this is going to happen, but, like, do you think it should?
I don't know. I think it depends on how you tie it into current events, A.
Yeah.
If it was like this, where it's like, oh, it doesn't really tie in, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I'm going to
that's probably
say,
fair.
like, there's a lot that's happening in real time that we should focus on.
I honestly think if it went the psych route of, like,
I
Matt
think
having
that
to
could
solve
be
an
interesting.
issue as Daredevil, and he uses his experience as Matt the lawyer to do XYZ, I think that could
But
be
do
a
you
cool
think
structure.
that could get corny and played out?
Oh, totally, but, like, we're missing lawyer Matt right now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I kind of feel like if we did that until he comes back, I'd be fine with that.
Okay. I don't hate this, but I'm going to need
I
to
do think it
about
could be
this.
corny. It would probably end up being corny.
Like, I feel like it could be corny of like, oh, what cases Matt Murdock gonna solve in the past, and then it's gonna all tie in a nice bow at the end of 45 minutes, and like it would feel very serialized and like a episode of like a comedy cop show.
That's probably fair.
Yeah, which is not Daredevil.
No, I agree. I
Okay.
just think I miss lawyer Matt, and
No,
I
I agree.
shoehorn him in some way.
Yeah.
If we did that for, if this happened multiple times from here on out, I would be fine with it. So,
Yeah, I would be fine with it too. I don't think it should happen every episode though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how are you feeling about the rest of the season? Are you excited? Are you anticipatory?
I'm optimistic.
I'm optimistic too.
I think it could be
I'm
good.
eating my words right now.
Wow.
I can't
Flashback to the first episode. He was not on this show.
The first episode was not that good, so
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I think this episode was a hopeful course correction.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yep.
Maybe felt a little bit more like the Netflix show in some ways. So we'll see.
I think Fisk and Matt are going to have a collision that's going to be very interesting.
I'm excited to see it.
Yep.
So, what else have we got coming up, Drew, on the podcast? I mean,
We got
a lot of stuff in the pipeline.
Invincible tomorrow.
Yes, we do. Episode 7.
I've been telling him how excited I am to go home and watch episode 7.
Yes.
We got Michael in like really kind of soon actually.
Yeah, it's in like 2 weeks.
We got Backrooms. We got Spider-Man. We got Odyssey. We got Doomsday.
Devil Wears Prada 2.
Way out there. Devil Wears Prada 2.
Not way out there. I think that's in like 3 weeks.
What are we preparing for?
Oh, you're saying Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday.
We have a Star Wars marathon.
Star Wars marathon.
And guys, when I tell you, we're going to have some of the most heated discussions probably in podcast history.
No, like Loki.
Not even our podcast. Any podcast.
In podcast history.
No, I think this is going to be... We're going to get into some divisive conversation of, are the prequels good or are they really bad? Is Return of the Jedi any good, or is it just a really corny conclusion to the original trilogy? Is Solo underrated?
The answer is yes, by the way.
Is The Last Jedi good or bad?
The answer
or
is...
somewhere in between.
We'll get there.
Are there any redeemable qualities to The Rise of Skywalker?
That'll be a good conversation, actually.
And should Star Wars just call it quits at this point?
No.
Should they just go animation?
No. Andor was good, though.
Will The Mandalorian and Grogu be good? These are all questions where they are burning. They are burning.
So
and you guys
questions.
have some hot takes on Star Wars. So feel free to start commenting those on random episodes.
We'll compile all your Star Wars questions.
We'll do a post, too, at some point. But I know a lot of people have opinions on Star Wars. It's one of the biggest, most well-known franchises of all time. So
yeah,
get your hot takes in. But yeah.
Should we do a Star Wars hot takes episode specifically?
Ooh. Comment below if you'd like that.
Yeah, if you want to see that.
We've done some hot takes episodes before, so
yeah,
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Wait and see. But hit that subscribe button if you want to kind of stay tuned on all the stuff we've got in the pipeline. But yeah.
It's true.
Anything else you want to say, Drew? Anything else you got for our audience?
I don't think so.
Take a break.
Enjoy a film.